Calvary greetings to all our listeners and followers out there. You're welcome to End Time Prophetic News, coming to you live and direct from the stable of the Ordained Radio TV Gospel Ministry, situated here at the Capstone Prophetic Miracle Life Ministry, Ojo, Ibadan. As usual, we have traversed the global village to hunt for news items that will suit your prophetic and end time appetites. My name is Alfred Jimo. First, the highlights of the news. Nigerian insecurity challenges and Christian genocide. Donald Trump crafting sanctions against Nigeria. Time for sober reflection. News of drilling around the Temple Mount. Possibility of the third temple appearing earlier than expected. Recent crypto crash. Connecting the doors to Bible and end time prophecies. Now, the full gist of the news. After years of living in denials, hypocrisy, and half-measure response to insecurity in Nigeria and Christian genocide challenges by the Nigerian government, the world, particularly America under Donald Trump, in conjunction with the West, appear to have woken up to the reality that Nigeria, the so-called giant of Africa, is indeed in a dire strait. Until now, the world and America have watched as succeeding Nigerian governments politicize insecurity and Christian genocides and allow Boko Haram, which was once operating in 17 local governments in Borno State, gave path to deadly, brutal, and terrible terrorist organizations like ISWAP, ISIS, bandits, and kidnappers, now operating across the length and breadth of the country. The news of America reinstating Nigeria back on the list of countries of particular concern on October 31st, 2025 came to many, particularly the Christians in the northern part of Nigeria, as a sudden relief, as the Nigerian government has so far proven incompetent to combat the menace. In addition to the announcement and other efforts in the American Parliament, end-time prophetic news gathered that the American government under Donald Trump is really going beyond rhetorics on the matter, as he is briefing Pentagon and the Parliament for necessary intervention in case of Nigerian genocide and persecution continue to deteriorate. According to a news item monitored on the Catholic news agency CNA, President Donald Trump is said to have crafted sanction plans for Nigeria. This cocktail of sanctions is meant to increase pressure on the Nigerian government to quit rhetorics, deniers, and half measures and stop the ongoing Christian genocide in the country. Speaking on this, Chris Smith, a representative from New Jersey, described Nigeria as being on the ground zero and the focal point of the most brutal and murderous and anti-Christian persecution in the world today. End-time prophetic news sees the insecurity situation and Christian persecution in Nigeria as aligning with end-time prophecies in Matthew chapter 24 and particularly the predictions of John in John chapter 16 verse 2. Quote, "They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whoso killeth you will think that he doeth God service." End of quote. This is exactly why the radicalized Muslim terrorists shout Allahu Akbar after audaciously slaughtering Christians under video coverage, knowing that the government will not do anything to come after them. End-time prophetic news calls on both governments, Christians, and Muslims in Nigeria to have a sober reflection and do the needful over the insecurity situation and Christian persecutions and genocides in the country before the American soldiers and sanctions begin to rain on Nigeria, as this cannot but bring collateral damage to more innocent Nigerians. Time up. The end is here. News of drilling around the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Possibility of the third temple appearing earlier than expected. The Temple Mount, which is on the southern part of eastern Jerusalem in the Old City, is one of the most sacred points in the world and in the planet Earth today. This is because of his attachment to ancient biblical events and end-time prophecies. It is a 35-acre world complex considered as the most sacred site for Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. This location is also the most sought after by three major religions in the Middle East: Judaism, Muslim, and Christianity. While Judaists believe that their third temple, where their Messiah is going to worship when he shall come soon, should be exactly on the site of the old Solomon temple, which was destroyed by Titus in AD 70. The Muslim, on the other hand, claims ownership of the site, having built an edifice called the Dome of the Rock over the very foundation of the same old Solomon temple. To the Jews and Judaism, the foundation stone is traditionally believed to be one, the site of the Holy of Holies in the first and second temple. 2. The stone from which God began creation. 3. The place where Abraham prepared to sacrifice Isaac. 4. The spot where the Ark of the Covenant once sat. To the Muslims or Islam, the Temple Mount, which houses the Dome of the Rock, and the nearby Mosque of Al-Aqsa is central to their religion. The Muslim tradition holds that 1. It is the site where Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven during the night journey called Miraj. 2. The dome was built by Umayyad Caliph Abdul Malik in 691 CE after the conquest of Jerusalem. The dome signaled the authority of the Muslims over Jerusalem and the connection of the Islamic religion to the Abraham religion. The Dome of the Rock with the Mosque of Al-Aqsa are the two iconic edifices of the Muslims standing against the building of the third temple, which is central to the return of the Jews to their old temple worship and the emergence of the Antichrist, who will enter into the temple to stop the oblation and declare himself as God. Daniel chapter 9 verse 27 and 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3 to 4. According to news item monitored online, the Temple Institute and observers of activities around the temple are of the opinion that due to drilling around the vicinity of the Temple Mount causing huge seismic vibration that is already cracking some parts of the wall of the Dome of the Rock, if this continues, observers are of the opinion that it could trigger tremor or earthquake that could destroy both the Dome of the Rock and the Mosque of Al-Aqsa. End-time prophetic news and prophecy watchers around the world are saying, coupled with the renewed awareness and advocacy on the third temple among Jews at home and in diaspora, if the Dome of the Rock should be hit by a natural disaster, it will pave the way for the erection of the third temple. End-time prophetic news therefore says, the long-awaited third temple may appear earlier than expected. Time up. The end is here. Recent crypto crash, connecting the dots to Bible and end-time prophecies. In the last quarter of the year 2025, the cryptocurrency market experienced a crash, a sharp downturn from a multi-year heights. Bitcoin, after peaking above about $120,000 in early October this year, slid sharply after peaking above about $120. December 2025, it traded below $19,000 in the midst of renewed selling and market fragility. Altcoins from Ethereum to Solana to XRP altogether delivered one of the steepest collective downturns since the 2022 crypto winter. Market estimates suggest that the recent crypto crash has wiped out hundreds of billions of dollars in value in a matter of weeks due to cascading sell-offs and liquidations across exchanges. The recent crypto crash is associated with geopolitical tension and market fragility, among other things. The escalating geopolitical tension, especially the US-China trade strife and the tariff threats and other risk sentiments with some political shocks across the globe, are linked to the rapid crypto sell-off leading to the crash. Beyond mere financial news, end-time prophetic news seeks to connect the dots to Bible and end-time prophecies. Many Bible scholars and prophecy watchers liken all speculative financial booms and busts to the time of instability Bible prophesies, like the one found in the 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3 and James chapter 5 verse 1 to 4. The crypto boom was marked by feverish optimism, but the crash came when confidence peaked, a pattern reminiscent of the prophetic warning about economic instability before global upheaval. For when they see peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. End of quote. This crypto crash can also be connected to Revelation chapter 18, the great commercial Babylon. End-time prophetic news warns that no human system is reliable, no matter how foolproof it may appear to be. Only Jesus is the stable, reliable, and dependable platform to stand or lean upon at this end of the age. Come to Him, He will make your yoke lighter for you. Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 to 30. This is where we shall be drawing the curtain on end-time prophetic news today. But before we do that, I want to specially appeal to you to please like, follow, comment, and share this, and indeed all our programs on the Ordained Radio TV Gospel Ministry. My name once again is Alfred Jimo. From all of us here in the studio, it is bye for now. Remain blessed till we meet again on another interesting package. I say shalom.